So the next question is, with the help of a timing diagram, explain how D-type bistable circuit works. It is asked for 7 marks. So these are the important points. You can write it elaborately. So what is a D-type bistable? It will have two inputs, right? One is your clock and the other one is your input D. D is also called as delay or data. Okay. So the clock here, the example taken is during your rising edge. So the data input is clocked into your bistable state only when the clock changes its state, and it has synchronous operation. You have additional inputs to that of along with these two input, they are preset and clear. It is used to set or reset the bistable. It can be used as latches or binary dividers. Okay. So if you give the data, what is the specialty of your D flip flop? Same data you will be getting the output Q, right? D 0 or 1. Same output you will be getting. If D is equal to 0, output will be equal to 0. If D is equal to 1, output will be equal to 1, but there will be a delay. That is why it's called as delay flip flop. So here the input transient data to be stored is given in your D input, and Q will have the state of the D input clocked to Q output on the rising edge of the clock. So in the timing diagram, you have the three waveforms which is taken. One is your data input, second is your clock, and the third is your output signal. So in the case of data input, you have a signal which is 0 and 1. Okay. Clock you have during the rising edge. So where will be your clock work? During the rising edge it will work. Okay. So during this rising edge, what will happen? Your data will be transferred to the Q output. Okay. Similarly, here the data will be transferred to the, here data input 1 is transferred to the Q output. Data input 0 is transferred to the Q output. So only during the rising edge of the clock you will be having the data to be transferred to the output. Okay. That is a specialty of your D flip flop. So you can write it elaborately for your 7 marks question.